Every time you visualize the moment it finally arrives, you may be teaching your mind that it has not arrived yet. That is the mistake almost nobody notices. A person closes their eyes every night and sees the money appear, the message come in, the door open, the life change. The image feels powerful, the emotion rises. For a few minutes it feels as if everything is working. Then the eyes open, the room returns, and the old pressure comes back exactly where it was. Robert Collier pointed to a different kind of failure. The problem is not that the picture was weak. The problem is that the picture was built from the position of someone still waiting. And the deeper mind does not only receive what you see, it receives where you are standing when you see it. That is why this forgotten method matters. A picture is something you look at. A completed picture is something you enter. A picture keeps the desire in front of you. A completed picture places you inside the condition where the desire is no longer missing. Modern teaching kept the word visualization, but often lost the part that makes the image become instruction. It kept the desire. It kept the emotion. It kept the beautiful inner movie, but it lost ownership. And without ownership, the nervous system keeps returning to the old baseline, even while the inner images become more vivid. Let me make this practical immediately. Imagine someone who wants financial ease. Every night he closes his eyes and sees a large amount of money arrive. He feels relief, he feels excitement. He tells himself it is coming, but listen to the hidden command inside that scene. It is coming means it is not here. Relief means I was still under pressure. Excitement means this is unusual. So the deeper mind receives the entire scene, not just the number on the screen. It receives a person waiting to be rescued. The image was vivid, but the baseline remained fear. And whatever remains, the baseline keeps shaping the way a person thinks, chooses, acts, and notices. So this video is not about visualizing harder. It is about visualizing in the right direction. In the next few minutes, you will get the sequence. How to choose the correct scene, how to enter it through your own eyes, how to anchor it with sensory detail, how to assume ownership before chasing emotion, and how to release the image without destroying it by checking for proof. Stay to the end, because the final correction is the part people break after they think the visualization is already complete. They do the inner work, then undo the signal in the first 5 minutes after opening their eyes. The first correction is simple and uncomfortable. Stop visualizing the arrival. The arrival is the trap. Most people imagine the moment the desire finally appears, because that moment feels dramatic. The money lands, the person returns, the door opens, the message arrives, the result is announced. But all of those scenes are built around the same hidden identity. I was without it, and something outside me has now changed my condition. That may feel powerful emotionally, but it still begins with lack. It still makes the old identity the starting point. Collier's completed picture begins after the arrival, not during it. You do not visualize getting the life. You visualize a normal moment inside the life after it has already become ordinary. That one change removes the future from the practice. If you want financial ease, do not picture money saving you. Picture a quiet morning where money is no longer the first pressure in your chest. If you want love, do not picture being chased, proven valuable, or chosen in a dramatic scene. Picture a familiar moment where being known feels normal. If you want success, do not picture applause. Picture yourself doing the work with calm authority, because recognition no longer feels foreign to your body. The correct scene does not shout, "It finally happened." It whispers, "Of course this is my life." If that already explains why your visualizations have felt vivid, but still did not change the baseline, hit the like. It tells me this is reaching the people who were not failing at visualization. They were repeating the incomplete version. The second correction is to choose only one completed scene. Most people close their eyes and create a whole inner movie. The house, the money, the body, the person, the perfect identity, the perfect day, the perfect reaction from everyone. That is not a command, that is a storm. The deeper mind is trained by repeated experience, not by scattered fantasy. One completed scene repeated with ownership is stronger than 20 beautiful scenes watched from a distance. Your scene should be short enough to hold without strain, ordinary enough to feel believable from the inside, and specific enough that the body can learn it. Here is the test for the right scene. Does it quietly prove the desire is already normal, without making the desire the center of attention? If yes, it is useful. Opening an account calmly is stronger than money falling from the sky. Sitting beside someone who feels familiar is stronger than imagining someone begging for you. walking into your work with quiet command, is stronger than seeing strangers praise you. The nervous system does not build a baseline out of shock. It builds a baseline out of repeated normality. So do not make the scene bigger. Make it more lived in. The third correction is perspective. You must enter the scene through your own eyes. This sounds obvious, but it is where most people lose the method. They watch themselves being successful. They watch themselves loved. They watch themselves healed. The scene becomes a beautiful film, and they are the main character, but they are still not inside it. They are in the audience, and the deeper mind does not take ownership of what it watches from the audience. It takes ownership of what it experiences from the first person. So when the scene begins, do not ask, "What do I look like in this life?" Ask, "What am I seeing through my own eyes from inside this life? What is directly in front of me? What are my hands doing? Where is the light coming from? What sound is close to me? What object would be normal in this room?" Those questions pull the image out of theater and into experience. They stop the mind from performing for an imaginary camera and begin training it to inhabit a moment. This is why perfect images are often weak. Life is not experienced as a perfect image. Life is experienced through fragments. A hand around a cup, a phone resting on a table, a door half open, a screen you no longer fear, a familiar voice in the next room, breath slowing because there is nothing to prove. The fourth correction is sensory anchoring. Once you are inside the scene, choose 3 anchors and keep returning to them. 1 visual anchor, 1 physical anchor, 1 emotional anchor. The visual anchor is something you can see from your own eyes. The message already on the screen, the room already lived in, the keys already in your palm, the calendar already arranged, the face already familiar, the desk already yours. The physical anchor is what the body feels when the old pressure is absent. Loose shoulders, slower breathing, a relaxed stomach, a steady hand, the absence of tightness in the chest. The emotional anchor is the most important. It is not wild excitement, it is ordinary ownership. Ordinary ownership is the state most people never practice. They practice wanting, they practice imagining, they practice hoping, they practice checking. But they do not practice the quiet inner posture of someone for whom the desire is not a miracle anymore. Wanting leans forward, ownership rests. Wanting asks when, ownership behaves as already. Wanting studies the outside for evidence. Ownership becomes the evidence. This is why forcing emotion can weaken the practice. If you force it, the effort itself says, "I must make myself believe this because it is not mine yet." The deeper mind feels that contradiction. So do not strain. Return to the anchors. See the object, feel the body. Touch the tone of normal possession. Let the state rise from the details. Now, the original source matters here. What I am giving you in this video is the correction, not the full foundation. Collier's old work goes deeper into why some inner pictures take root, why others fade, and how assumption becomes stable instead of temporary. I left the original source in the description. Free. Do not leave yet, because the next part is the piece that reverses the whole method if you get it wrong. But when this video is over, that link is where the older framework continues. The 5th correction is ownership before emotion. Most people reverse this. They try to feel enough joy, enough gratitude, enough certainty, enough intensity, and they hope the intensity will make the scene work. But emotion without ownership can become performance. You can feel excited about a life you still believe is separate from you. You can feel grateful for a future you still assume is not yours. You can feel powerful for 30 seconds and then return immediately to the old identity. The forgotten method reverses the order. First you enter ownership, then the right emotion appears naturally. You do not use emotion to beg your way into the scene. You use ownership to make the scene feel like home. A simple way to find ownership is to remove the word finally from the picture. Finally keeps the old story alive. Finally says it took so long. Finally says I was without. Finally says I am still measuring the distance from the wound. The completed picture has no finally. It has the feeling of Tuesday. It has the feeling of something that belongs. If your scene feels like rescue, soften it. If it feels like proof to someone else, remove the audience. If it feels like revenge against the past, it is still tied to the past. The completed picture should not be a trophy you hold up to the old life. It should be a room you calmly live in. Leave a single dot below if this is the first time you have heard visualization explained as ownership instead of imagination. Just 1 dot. I want to see how many people were taught to picture the desire, but never taught to enter it. The 6th correction is release, and this is the one that ruins more visualizations than weak focus ever did. After the scene feels real, most people open their eyes and immediately begin checking. Did it work? Do I feel different? Is there a sign? Did the world move? Did the person text? Did the number change? Did something happen? They think they are looking for proof, but they are actually rehearsing uncertainty. Checking says, I do not know if the instruction was received. Checking says, I am still outside the completed picture. Checking says the old baseline is still in charge. Ruelis does not mean giving up. It means ending the act cleanly. Think of mailing a letter. You write it, you seal it, you place it into the system. Then you leave. You do not stand beside the mailbox all night trying to hear the letter move. The moment you start digging up the seed, you are no longer practicing ownership. You are practicing doubt with spiritual language. The release is the proof that you accepted the scene enough to stop interrogating it. So after visualization, do something ordinary. Wash the cup, turn off the light, answer the email. Walk into your day, let the method end. If this channel is showing you the original mechanics behind ideas that are usually explained vaguely, subscribe. Every few days we go back to the older sources and pull out the part that was left behind. Now put the sequence together so you can use it tonight. Sit still long enough for the surface of the mind to quiet. Not a long ritual, not an escape. Just enough stillness to stop dragging the noise of the day into the scene. Choose one completed moment that happens after the desire is already normal, not the arrival, not the rescue, not the applause. A normal moment on the other side. Enter it through your own eyes. Do not watch yourself, be the one seeing. Choose 3 anchors. One thing you see, one thing you feel in the body, and one emotional tone of ordinary ownership. Stay only long enough for the scene to feel inhabited. Then release it completely for money. The scene might be a quiet morning at a table. Your phone is in your hand. The account is open. The number is not dramatic to you. That is important. You are not shocked. You are not rescued. Your shoulders are loose. Your breath is slow. There is a calm sense of arrangement in the body, as if life is no longer pressing its thumb against your chest. You close the app and continue with the morning. That is the completed picture. Not Moneyos as emergency salvation. Money as normal order. For love, the scene might be even quieter. You hear a familiar voice from another room. No performance, no chasing, no trying to become worthy in someone's eyes. You are simply there, known and unguarded. Maybe a hand touches your shoulder. Maybe a cup is placed near you. Maybe there is a sentence so ordinary it would mean nothing to anyone else, but to your body it means safety. The emotional anchor is not being chosen dramatically. It is belonging without negotiation. There is one final warning. Do not use visualization to escape the life you are in. Use it to mold the state from which you move through the life you are in. Escaping creates a split. You become one person with your eyes closed, and another person when the room returns. Molding creates continuity. If you visualize ownership at night, but speak all day as though nothing ever works, the old baseline remains alive through your language. If you visualize ease and then act from panic, the body keeps rehearsing emergency. The method does not replace action. It changes the interior state from which action comes. This is also why you do not need perfect belief at the beginning. Many people wait until they believe before they practice. That is backwards. The practice is what makes the state familiar enough to believe. A musician does not wait until the piece feels natural before touching the keys. The keys are touched until the movement becomes natural. The completed picture is the same. At first it may feel strange, then less strange, then recognizable, then normal. And when the inner state becomes normal, the outer life is no longer being approached from the old position. That is the forgotten visualization method that actually works. Choose one completed scene after the desire is normal. Enter it through your own eyes. Anchor it with real sensory detail. Assume ordinary ownership. Release without checking, and repeat until the nervous system knows the state is familiar. Not a picture in front of you, a completed picture inside you. Not watching yourself get there. Standing in the state where there is no there. Not asking the world for proof. Becoming the proof long enough for the old baseline to stop feeling like home. The original foundation behind this goes deeper than one video can go. The older sequence, the language Collier used, and the broader framework for how the accepted image is formed are linked below. Free. Start there after this, because a technique without foundation is a seed placed in unprepared soil. But tonight, do the simplest version, one scene. Your eyes, your hands, your breath. The quiet feeling of already, then release. Do not ask if it worked. Do not dig it up. Practice until the completed picture stops feeling like something you want and starts feeling like something you are remembering. That is when visualization stops being a wish and becomes instruction.